who's saying Monday?
I don't know. We didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about it. Now, we've been doing this for now officially 2 years, and we still don't really know who starts the podcast each week. Someone does.
I like to think the listener starts.
You know, isn't that the truth? Let's contrive something to make this seem more emotionally impactful than it really is.
That's what we need.
The listener really starts the episode. So, listener, when you're ready, say out loud on the bus, in the car, at work, while walking, it's Monday. It's morning. And then have a stranger jump out and they'll say, and it's macabre. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be the coolest,
Wouldn't that be
dude.
something? Guys, welcome to season 2 finale, Monday Morning Macabre's big Halloween Spooktacular with Sconez and Darcy. Back at it again with the white vans.
Oh, God, what an old vine.
We are on top of pop culture, on pop and top dolchers.
I feel like we should have had an intro that was like coming in hotter for this, but here we are.
Hey guys, welcome to season 2 Spooktacular Halloween. It's Halloween. Or if you're listening to this, it's the day after Halloween, but we're recording it on All Hallows Eve, the night of Mischief's Night, technically last night.
Is our band going to play like a special intro song?
They're going to go boogie, woogie, boogie, woogs, boogie, woogie, boogie, bugs, 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 bugs.
Well,
like that.
Consider me scared.
Well, boy, am I frightened right now. Guys, so if you stick around at the end, we'll have our slideshow where we play Green Day's
I hope you had
song,
the time of your
time of your life. And we're just gonna put pictures of like episode pictures up.
It's like
and
the
we'll
song
just
you
sit
play
back
senior year
and-
of college when you get drunk and like get really sad with all your friends.
Dude, senior year of anything. Senior year of high school, senior year of college.
True.
It's something unpredictable.
And
But in the end-
is right.
I hope you had the podcast time of your life. Guys, we tallied the votes.
We tallied them.
We tallied them. We sallied them. We callied them.
Ooh, so
we took
pitted,
the
dude.
405 to the... Yeah, okay, we both got there. And we've got 5 episodes from this season that you dumb idiots seem to like.
Suckers.
You suckers. You fell for it again.
Pigeons,
You
as they
fell
used to say
into
in
our
Ed, and Eddie.
free content trap. You thought this was free? Nah. Each episode, we take a little bit of your life force, and we will live forever.
Darce, how was your Halloween?
Scones, my Halloween. Oh man, thank you for bringing it up because I almost just glossed over the entire fact that it was my daughter's first trick or treating. Hello. Shout out. All right, here's the cutest thing you all have to know. The cutest thing about our trick or treat this year.
As a father.
First of all, did we get her a princess outfit? Did we get her a Tinkerbell outfit? Did we go the standard route
Did you?
of outfit for our first Halloween as daughter and daddy? No. Fuck no. We didn't do it. My wife and I bought her a skunk outfit.
Hell yeah.
And it's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
They be stinking.
This just in, Scones. My little
What?
stinker. It has
The
a little
award?
tag on it that says little... What'd you say?
Do you say we're already getting to the awards section?
Wait, no, what?
Oh, you said she won the cutest.
Oh, she was the cutest, and she has on the skunk outfit, there's a little tag at the top that says little stinker.
That's pretty
and
good. Those people know what they're doing over there at the skunk making
at
factory.
the skunk costume factory. And I also, speaking of skunks, we were watching Bluey this morning, had Disney Channel on, and there was a commercial, and it was like a kid's card game, and it was like apples to apples kind of. And it was like, what's the grossest thing you can think of? And the girl goes, a skunk. And I was like, there's a skunk family at home. Like, what the fuck is this?
I tell you, fucking big media is always out to get us.
It's a very angry email being written by Daddy Skunk.
Daddy Skunk.
So the cutest part about her first trick-or-treating. So we took her to a little neighborhood. There were people bustling around. Everyone was saying how, oh my God, look at this adorable little skunk. Best part is she obviously doesn't really know she can't say trick or treat. She doesn't really know that. She figured out like you take the candy and put it in your bucket. But the best part was that she didn't know it was candy, but she just knows the word food. So she was just walking up going, food, food. And I was like, this is the best. So that's my proud
This
dad
is peak.
Halloween moment. This is peak Halloween.
So Diesel.
So as I've celebrated many Halloweens and enjoyed my trick-or-treating, now I can pass that love on to my daughter.
Jeez. Can't wait till she gets older and her friends start a podcast.
Yeah, and she's like, my dad is so dumb. He is a little stinker. And I'll go, oh.
You'll be an old guy, but she'll dress you up like a skunk.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, speaking of old guys, Scones, thank you again.
Yes.
I was in a price chopper today because I only have the highest of quality items in my home.
Hell yeah.
And I came across a man with just a cigar just walking the aisles of Price Chopper. And I was like,
just roaming?
This is illegal. It was in his mouth, and he had a sailor hat on.
Wait, was it smoking? Like, was it lit?
No, it was not lit.
Oh,
it was
okay.
not lit. It was not
I was like,
lit. The whole squad was lit. Yeah, no, he was I was just like, this is crazy.
How was the drip?
So, drip was immaculate. Dude looked like he was deadliest catching it on aisle 6.
Oh,
I was like,
hell yeah, dude.
Looking like Captain Ahab, but that's not the point. The point is he just had a cigar, and I didn't know you're allowed to just have a cigar in your mouth anywhere you want to go. But I learned that today. Guys, we're getting off topic, but the main point of today's episode is Scones, how was your Halloween?
Oh, it sucked.
Scones? You did all the moving today?
I moved apartments in the same building today. Which I might sound
Scones
a little echoey.
Upgraded because we've got that slinging dingers money.
So the internet didn't transfer to my new apartment. So I'm currently in my old apartment on a pop-up desk in the middle of an empty room.
So Scones' audio quality is subpar. That's why, guys.
It's not ideal, but I'm gonna power through it because I care about the listeners.
Scones cares about your ears. And so he's upgrading to bigger and better things. The spookiest way to spend Halloween. Moving into a new apartment.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Today's episode, guys, is, of course, the top 5. This year we're doing top 5. We realized after the fact that it's top 7 from last year, but this year is top 5. And we've tallied the votes. We have the top 5 episodes of 2021 of season 2 of Monday Morning Macabre. And we're here to take a look back at a year of triumphs, tribulations, tribuliumphs.
Of love, loss, what's another L word?
Marsupials.
Yes, of love, loss, and marsupials.
And number 5. I guess we just do we get to it? Should we just start? Do we just get to it? I don't know what to do.
Let's fucking do
number
it.
5, guys.
Hell yeah, dude.
Guys, this was
number 5.
Recent episode.
Number 5.
And Scones has gotten every number 5. Guys, number 5 is voted by you, our listeners.
Cinco.
Is an episode that we weren't sure if we had done yet or if we already did it before.
Yeah, this might be a twofer.
You might be getting it twice, but nobody has mentioned it to us.
Prove me wrong.
I think we're in the clear. So prove us wrong, you can't. Number 5 is, of course, The Vampire of Sacramento.
Oh, the crowd's going wild. I wonder, do you think this was...
I can hear everyone clapping.
Oh, for sure. Do you think this is recency bias or...
I think recency bias plays a huge bit into this. I don't know how many people went back to like episode 1 of season 2.
To like really grind it out.
Yeah, really grinded it out. I know I can think of like maybe 1 or 2.
They're about a half hour.
I
That's like
know.
52 episodes-ish. So like, yeah, that's a lot of time you'd have to spend.
Yeah. That's like about a day. Which is pretty crazy. We have that much time.
Which honestly isn't that big of a deal, listener. Just spend your whole day.
But I want to watch Squid Game. Boo.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we get it. Fuck you. What if we took a huge 180 right now and we're just like, South Korea, let's talk about it.
Finally.
It could be recency bias, but it was also a banger of an episode, as I'm sure you're
As
aware.
I've been told. I'm looking at the charts. It says certified banger.
Analytics say certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, so
Sheesh.
So sheesh alert, sheesh. This is probably the season of sheeshes, right?
It feels like it.
I wonder what season 3 is going to hold in terms of the sheesh value. Are we going to be done with sheeshes? Are we going to move on to whatever the next cool thing to say is? Who knows? But The Vampire of Sacramento, a horrific story that reminds us why you keep your doors locked. Because a maniac will come and eat your organs. If you don't.
To be fair, like, who's in the right?
Yeah, exactly.
Lock your doors. There's no excuse.
Everyone's the main character of their own story. So
do we roll the clip?
Guys, let's roll the clip.
I think we got a little bit of here. Roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Season 2, episode 30 or 50. Fuck, I shouldn't have said episode. 52? It had to be, right? 51? 51.
I think it's
51. Episode 51. The Vampire of Sacramento.
All right, let's do this right. It's Monday. Yeah, it's morning.
And it's macabre. Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, you spooky daddies out there, ready to get your Monday cooking up with some spookies, thrills, and chills.
He's so spooky.
Sconesies!
In the morning.
Atomic Pumpkins sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's like not great. Not my favorite pumpkin beer.
You know what I don't get is, which something my wife loves is, also humble brag, is Clamato. You ever have Clamato?
Oh, yes, I have, because Jenny split some Clamato with me in college.
Because my wife, humble brag.
Yeah, because my friend, humble brag, split some with me in college, Jenny, and it was gnar. It was one of the gnarest things I've ever had.
Super gross.
It was like Bud Light made a beer in Clamato.
Bud Light, which if you're looking for the high quality Clamato, you've come to the right place when Bud Light's your dealer.
I want to see the data and the marketing research that led them to be like, we need to make a canned Clamato beer.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, someone that is out of touch.
Someone sent in way too much prank data and got them to make it. It was probably Jenny.
I hope you're in I hope you guys are in your costumes, sitting, listening to this podcast, just so amped, just staring out your window at passerbys, and they're like, why is there like a sexy Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer staring at me? And that's for them to wonder and for you to know.
I love how jazzed kids, like being a kid, how you used to just like get so amped about your costume.
Yeah, it was the best.
I was at my nephew's birthday party like a month ago, and a kid,
humble brag,
was like already wearing his Iron Man costume.
That's awesome. That kid gets it.
It was like an indoor pool party, and he was just full Iron Man out.
He's just sunk at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah,
he was full, just literal iron.
Definitely bought it, and like his mom bought it in August, and he was so fucking stoked about it.
Mom, I found an excuse.
This every day.
Pool party, Tony.
For sure.
Just hit us with a little message saying, hey guys, I just came across this story. It's pretty disturbing. Hopefully it's not a repeat that I forgot about. Well, guess what, Jess?
I have the same exact sentiment.
Yeah, it is crazy now that we're at the point where we have so many episodes that I genuinely have to like go back and double check.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't know if we've talked about these things.
It's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to it. And then one.
Oh yeah, and they'll listen to me like, guys,
dumbasses.
You guys. Yeah, and we're gonna be like, that's when we hit like podcast old folks home level of podcast.
It's us and Mark Maron.
Yeah, Mark's like, get out of my garage. I have a different voice now.
And I'm dressed up like his cat. And I'm like, lock the gates.
And it's time for Halloween, so get your ghoulies out. Don't get grabbed by the ghoulies. Get them out.
It sounds like something you'd do like at like camp. Like everyone shake out all the ghoulies.
Guys, it's morning. Before morning bell, before the flag raise, we have to get our ghoulies out.
Or like at a pep rally when they're like tell you to scream to get like it all out. And, like,
yeah, the principal's like
I hate everything.
Out. Yeah.
I can't hear you. And I'm like, I don't want to be.
Dude, I don't think there's ever been a time I thought that was cool ever. Even like professional like band, like you go see your favorite band and they come out and they're like, "What's up? I can't hear you," and I'm like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, no, but there have to be people out there that are like, "Oh, now I'm really getting jazzed."
They're like, "No, when he couldn't hear us, guys, we gotta be louder."
Oh shit, I'm about to take it up a level.
Yeah, that's the sad thing is that I bet like 80% of the people are like, "Oh man, I guess he couldn't hear us."
It's time for me to kick it up a notch.
Time to turn this bad boy up to 11. I love you, Drake. Chase was disturbed and unhappy as a child, and his symptoms grew worse in adolescence. He set several small fires, frequently wet the bed, and displayed signs of cruelty towards animals.
So that's like the McDonald's 3 for 3 deal?
Yeah. Yep. These 3 habits are sometimes called the McDonald's triad, or the triad of sociopathy, proposed by psychiatrist J.M. McDonald in 1960.
I'm glad I got ahead of that.
Yeah, you did. I was like, I'm so glad because I knew it was coming. Yeah, it's the 3 for 3 deal. And he had it in spades.
Yeah. What we're really trying to say, listener, is that if we were back then, we could have stopped it.
Yeah, we're saying it would never have happened.
Yeah, we're pulling a Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a transformer. Psychotropic drugs exacerbated the symptoms of his illness. Who would have thunk? Like the vampire whose moniker he would soon adopt, he became convinced on several occasions that his heart had stopped. At times, he thought he was a walking corpse.
Which is like a really scary frame of reference to have
scary frame of reference.
Believe.
Also, like when I got like shut down by a girl, that was me.
Wait, what does it say? What drugs he's on?
It says good times. I don't know. It does not. It does not. It just says psychotropic drugs.
Yeah, it's probably like the kind of drugs that some bro, like tech bro on Instagram is going to be like, "Nah, bro, you just take a little bit of it and it would cure all of it."
One of his strangest and most powerful delusions involved his skull. He felt that his cranial bones had split apart and begun to shift beneath his skin.
Did he have like injuries that would?
No.
Oh God.
No, he wet the bed, Sconez.
I wonder if it's like migraines or something. I wonder like why he would suspect that.
I mean, crazy amounts of drugs and abuse.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess the drugs,
stuff. Yeah. So he began to think. He thought it was splitting apart and shifting beneath his skin, changing places and jumbling like puzzle pieces. He shaved his head.
A baby skull?
Kind of, yeah. He shaved his head in an effort to monitor their movements. As a father, I've seen a baby skull.
And you shave the head to monitor
and I shave my daughter's hair every day to make sure it's not rearranging like a jigsaw puzzle. The assistants witnessed him kill and attempt to drink the blood of several birds in an effort to stave off the effects of poison that was, he imagined, slowly turning his blood to powder.
Did they try to stop him? How many birds did he get at?
You know why the parrot is endangered? he got most of them.
From Rio, how it's extinct now?
Yeah. Yeah, Rio was last seen flying near a hospital.
Dancer.
It was his attempt to inject himself with rabbit's blood, which made him violently ill, that had resulted in his institutionalization. So,
it did make him run really fast?
Yeah, he's
Could be nice.
Richard Chase, however, refused, and it seemed the path of least resistance to his sometime roommates to abandon the apartment and find other lodgings. So that was kind of an alpha Chad move where he was like, "No, I'm not leaving. You got to leave." And they're like, "Alrighty,
wow,
good day."
I didn't expect that. They just pack up.
He's like, as he closes his copy of How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah. Art of the deal, baby.
Wipes the blood from his chin and puts on his boxers.
To be fair, like he holds all the cards in that situation.
That's true. Yeah, he is the one in power. He felt, he would say during interrogation, that an unlocked door. Oh yeah, this is the creepiest fucking thing ever. I remember I've heard like about this guy, but I remember hearing this and like this stuck with me. He felt that if he came upon a door that was unlocked, it was an invitation for him to come in and justify whatever actions he does.
Ew.
Which is
it's very vampire-y, but...
Yeah, it's very vampiric. From that time on, all his victims were people who had left their door unlocked. It's like, Yeesh. It's super spooky.
That's like
lock your doors.
The most like urban legend, like scare your kids into doing something well, but it's real.
It's a no good, very bad day. What a clip, ladies and gentlemen.
We should have just played like the Paul Rudd like weird E.T. ripoff clip that he always plays on Conan.
That he plays on Conan or whatever. Yeah. That would have been great. Vampire Sacramento, an absolute horrific story, but there's some goofs and gaffs in there.
So a joke about, I mean, we talked about it on the episode and a little bit just like on this, but we genuinely did not know if we had done this.
Yes.
We had to talk about it and try and find it if we had talked about the subject.
Yeah. Because I think the thing about this episode was that, like, I think we had mentioned it in, like, passing in another episode, but I'm pretty fucking sure. I still don't know. I'm pretty sure that we had not gone fully into it. And if we had, we would have 100% either named the episode The Vampire of Sacramento or the name of the guy.
Yeah.
And we had neither. So I have to assume.
Yeah.
Unless we were doing some cheeky bullshit where it was just like episode 32, like
that would be kind of sick.
Unlocked. Like, I'd believe it. So I don't know.
Darce, it's time to get to our first award that we're giving out for the year.
Ooh, Scones. Scones, give us our first award of the season 2 finale.
Let's do it. So, listeners, you vote on your favorite episodes, but these awards are voted on by the Academy, the professionals here at Sling and Dingers.
Yeah, we have a council of judges.
Yeah. So this award is for the top slang of season 2.
Ooh, hit me, dingy.
The nominees for top slang are no cap, ooh, and sheesh.
On God. Oh. Okay,
right.
Sheesh.
Let me see here.
All right, if I'm a betting man, I gotta go with the sheesh.
I don't know.
I hope that's the win.
I think Uwu.
Here we go.
Uwu's performance was subtle but powerful.
That's true. Uwu definitely
made people feel things. All right, let me see here. Open up the envelope. It is sheesh.
Woo, sheesh. Top slang, baby. Corny neck. Eat your heart out. Sheesh is an absolute poster child of season 2.
Absolute poster
I think
child.
that we can, on God, no cap, I think we can all agree that sheesh is bussin'.
Absolute
100.
bussin'.
Sheesh talks nice to me, you know? If you're not going to talk nice to me, don't talk to me at all, and sheesh talks nice to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was tight. I'm not going to lie to you. It was tight. It was like a 12 Angry Men situation in that room with the Academy.
Right. But I think that, I honestly think the right slang won. I think best slang was the winner.
Yeah, and that's all you can hope for at these award shows.
As long as you're not pulling like a Steve Harvey where it was actually you read the wrong one. Like he did it like that Miss America pageant or whatever it was.
Oh, that was bad. That's hard to watch.
That was so awkward. I am so glad I'm not Steve Harvey.
There's definitely like a whole subgenre of the internet of like people who love to watch like really hard to watch stuff like that, and I'm not part of it. I can't. I'm like, God.
It's like true cringe and not like weird.
Yeah,
cringe.
it's like everyone there genuine. Like you can't just write it off like what an idiot you're writing off. Like I feel bad for everybody.
There's no way to get around that. Yeah, everybody lost a couple years of life from being there. Well, great. I'm glad we got our first award in for season 2 finale. Congratulations to Sheesh for that. And without further ado, let's get to number 4 on our list.
Number 4.
Number 4
Quattro.
is... Keep going. Any more languages?
Nope. That is it.
Quattro and 4, baby. What about cats?
What is that?
Un, deux, trois. Cats.
Oh, see, I only know un, deux, trois, and I think that's only from Hamilton is the only reason I know that.
Number 4, Quattro.
Quattro.
Is I like that quattro for some reason. It tickles me.
It hits.
Yeah, it hits. This episode was on a cryptid. We love our cryptids here at Monday Morning Macabre, and this cryptid is maybe the top. It's definitely top 3 most known cryptids. I'd say.
Definitely in America, at least. But yeah,
at least in America, yes,
you listeners know we're a couple of crypt daddies.
We're a couple of crypt daddies with nothing but time.
Crypt daddies, and,
we're working on our beach in our areas, and what I can say is that number one's probably Bigfoot in terms of like known cryptids.
Yeah, Bigfoot
like Yeti,
slash
Bigfoot
Yeti.
types.
I'll link them together.
Yeah, exactly. And then probably like Loch Ness monsters number 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's.
And then this one might be 3rd
for sure.
And of course, the cryptid we're talking about, guys, and the number 4 on our list is the Jersey Devil. And we don't mean the governor. Hey,
whoa.
Okay, Chris Christie.
North versus South Jersey.
Hey, the pier. Okay.
I like to fondly remember this episode as the canoe episode.
Yes. So we get into canoes. You'll hear the clip.
Yeah, there's a comic amount of canoe talk.
Canoe talk. Which is our alternate podcast, our sister
canoe
podcast.
Talk. Oh, this is a good cherry cedar.
Yeah, it's canoe news.
Ooh.
And every week we talk about
canoe news with 2 dudes?
2 dudes with canoe news.
Wait, that's actually let me write that down.
Canoe news with two dudes in canoe with canoe news.
Sending canoe nudes?
Canoe nudes for 2 dudes with
Is it us
news.
nude in a canoe, or is it a canoe not wearing clothes? I don't.
Do canoes? Well, yeah, it's just the wood before it's painted.
Yeah.
Canoes are not made of wood anymore.
Yeah.
Also,
no,
they are
not.
very much. Anyway, let's stop talking and let you get to the canoes. Here is number 4 of season 2, episode number.
You keep digging yourself
6.
a hole. Quattro.
I keep doing it. Episode 6. What's number 6, Scones?
Sace.
You got quattro.
Sace doesn't hit.
Yeah, Sace. More like sheesh. Season 2, episode 6, The Jersey Devil. Here we go. Guys, send us in your Tinder profiles. We'll do a next episode. We'll do reviews and tell you how to
tell you if we swipe right or left on you. He's so horrible.
Welcome to another week. This one's coming out on Monday,
the 14th of December.
14th of December. We got one more before Santa Claus comes. I hope everyone's been a good boys and girls.
Dude, I hate leaving my house. Well, 1, because of the pandemic, and 2, because anywhere you go, everyone is out. Trying to buy everything, and I hate it. I literally just wanted a gingerbread house kit, and I had to go to 6 different stores, and halfway across, I
had to go to Six Flags and get it from an old guy who kept smiling at me.
Yeah, and he was
the Vanga bus is calling. Today, Scones is going to be delivering us from evil.
I am, and I got to tell you, folks, we have not talked about a cryptid in a while.
Ooh, I'm stoked. I don't know what it is about cryptids, but they get they make me want to make out with them on the first day.
Yeah, Darcy's a crypt daddy for sure.
I'm a hashtag crypt daddy.
That sounds so different. That sounds like Carl Tanzler was a crypt daddy. Legend has it that in 1735, a Pines resident known as Mother Leeds found herself pregnant for the 13th time.
That's a spot on name. Good for you, Mother Leeds.
Leeds is the name of one of New Jersey's earliest settlers, and many descendants of the Leeds family can still be found throughout New Jersey to this day.
We need to call each and every one of them and make a sick picture with them.
Hey, can we get a sick picture with you?
Hey, you guys use kid pics? Can we get you in here?
Do you guys use tooth tunes?
Hey, can we get a sweet pic of us all using our tooth tunes together? Us and the Leeds?
We're trying to get our podcast turned into a tooth tune.
We're trying to get that sponsorship from 10 years ago. I mean, I'm sure there are so many bodies out there.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'm looking at pictures right now. There's definitely some spooky abandoned buildings out there.
Like, there's definitely, like, mafia and, like, organized crime dumping bodies in the Pine Barrens.
The mafiosos.
The mafiosos of New Jersey. Come to the pier, baby.
The 18th and 19th century. Oh, no. I'm going to start that sentence over again.
We're not talking about the Jersey Devil no more. Now we're talking about Krispy Kreme donuts, brother.
In 18th and 19th centuries, the Krispy Kreme was the most delicious. No, in 18th...
Always comes out hot. What are we fucking talking about?
I don't remember. I think some kind of cryptid.
Oh, yeah. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh.
Why is that mean, huh, Scones?
Oh, nurse. Oh. In 18th, anyway. I can't fucking read this sentence. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the Jersey Devil was spotted sporadically throughout the Pine Barrens region. There where a ghostly mist drifts across the cedar swamps and the unearthly cry of some unseen creature can be heard piercing the stillness of the dark forest, few disbelievers can be found. Whether it's deep in the Pine Barrens or deep in our collective unconscious. Ooh. One thing is certain, the devil still lurks in New Jersey and most likely always will. Now we also have some stories, some witnesses telling us.
Hit me with those witty stows.
These witty stows are brought to you by... Darce, want to read the ad?
Sure. Welcome to Cityville, where we keep the freshest hots and the hottest freshes.
You sound like a Justin Roiland cartoon. Hey, welcome to Cityville.
Hey, welcome to Cityville, where we keep the freshest hots.
It's really cool. We got flim florps, and here we can drive cars on the right side of the road.
Okay.
His first story is called "Driving by the Devil in the Pale Moonlight."
Oh,
an entry from Scones' diary.
Sure this is not a wait. This is just a song by who sings fucking...
What if I actually just am trying to become an emo artist and I'm just pitching you lyrics from my songs and I'm like, yeah, that's like, so
tell
crazy.
Me what you think of this.
So crazy that this person wrote this?
Yeah, that's so weird that he wrote it before I had this idea.
Unless, do you think it's good? No? Yeah, no, it's so stupid. I hate it.
Yeah, what an idiot. But unless...
This has haunted me since it happened in 1972. I was a senior at what was then Glassboro State College. I had heard about the New Jersey Devil when I came to South Jersey, but being from North Jersey, in quotations, a different world.
Oh, man, this guy gets it.
I thought I was far too sophisticated, classic North Jersey, to believe in such humbuggery. Oh, geez, this guy stinks of North Jersey.
Yeah, this guy's got some real no-jer attitude going on. Sojer and no-jer.
One winter night, I was driving to Glassboro from Blackwood on Green Tree Road. You know Green Tree Road? The one with all the green trees?
By Blackwood.
Everything's named so literally.
Yeah, they have very literal naming conventions in New Jersey.
At the time, the road was flanked by orchards and farms. There were houses, and there was hardly any development. Oh, no, sorry. There were few houses, and there was hardly any development. There were houses.
There were houses.
At the same time, nothing.
Classic South Jersey.
I was completely sober and awake when I caught a glimpse of something in my rear view mirror. Curious as to what it could have been, I slowed down to take a gander. It was dark out, but moonlit enough. I don't know why gander I thought was so funny.
Gander is a you only use that when you're being a gander.
It was dark out, but moonlit enough that I had no trouble at all discerning the upright figure of a creature across the road from one side to the other, roughly 25 feet behind my car. The figure stood taller than a man by far and had thick haunches, similar to a goat, supporting its nearly human-looking torso and huge woolly head. It moved heavily and didn't seem at all disturbed by my being there. I didn't linger long enough to see much more. I hit the gas and flew to the Mansion Park apartments in the borough. I don't know what to say.
Linger long enough is my Nord's name.
Literally.
I don't know.
No, the second half of the sentence also throws me through a loop.
All right, hit me.
I didn't linger long enough to see much more. The part where he's just like, I hit the gas and flew to the Mansion Park apartments in the borough. Mansion Park Apartments in the borough is a wild.
Mansion Park Apartments.
So petrified was I that I slept the rest of the night in the car, unwilling to get out in the same darkness that had introduced me to the Jersey Devil. Never again from that day have I ridden on the Green Tree Road, day or night, that I haven't gotten the heebie-jeebies just thinking about that winter night so long ago. Oh, sorry. This Jersey girl went to Camp May County Technical High School, which sponsored trips to the Pine Barrens for good grades in certain classes. I like for good grades.
You get brought.
Yeah. All right, get out of the bus.
If you get all A's, we'll
hour.
throw you into the devil's backyard, baby.
I was one of the fortunate students to go 3 times during my 4-year career at CMCT. Wow, real smarty here.
Somebody's real friggin' smarty pants. Do my homework.
Each time I went to this trip, my canoe was followed by a heavy-footed thing. With each step I hear... Wait, what? My canoe was followed by a heavy-footed thing?
It took her a long time to get to the Pine Barrens on land in a canoe.
With each step I heard branches snap under its feet. Every 10 minutes or so, I could hear deep, beastly growls that to this very day give me the creeps. Being in a canoe...
Yeah, that was my stomach. I was wicked hungry that trip.
Wicked. Being in a canoe and on a class trip didn't afford me much opportunity to flee in terror, so I stuck it out for 3 years. Every year it was the same thing.
Yeah, wait, why do you keep going back?
Literally just tell them you're sick. What do you mean? Yeah. If you actually think a giant monster's following you through the woods, you're just like, I don't know. School said I gotta.
You're like, I did get that A+ though.
I did ask for this. I got good grades. During my sophomore year, I was pretty confident about my canoeing skills, so I didn't look over my shoulder much. I went canoeing with a friend of mine, and we came across a bag.
How many times do you put canoeing into a goddamn story?
When we came across a bag that had been torn open and gone through. Around it were prints on the ground that looked something like a horse's hoof, only bigger. Then I heard it, the cry that still haunts my dreams. Part human, part beast, and full of anger. Pregnant with pure hate. I nearly flipped the canoe. We left, leaving... Wait... Why does this girl allowed to leave her canoe?
I just thinking about the guy who like in 20 years goes to a Porsche and is like, hey, we're trying to put our kayaks in the lake. And she's like, the fuck you just say? Reloads shotgun noise.
I love that.
Pumps it. She's like, this is a canoe only place.
I picture anywhere she is in this forest, land, sea, air, like she's in a canoe.
Yeah, she's just in a canoe constantly.
I woke up from my canoe.
Part canoe. I was awoken by the sound of my canoe purring loudly.
I was in my cabin, sleeping in my canoe. It seemed to follow us. Every time we stopped or paused, it got closer to the river. We pushed on. Then, worst came to worst as we tipped the canoe. I heard the thing running behind us and thought for sure we were dead. Then we righted our canoe and...
God, shut up about the canoe! Oh my God.
She says canoe so many times. We finally made it out to safety, sun fried to a crisp, missing all of our valuables and most of our clothes, but never happy to be on shore.
But never our canoe.
We packed up our bus and left. As we were leaving, I rested my head on the window and saw a little cottage. I looked at it until the bus was about to pass it and saw a woman. She looked back at me, and I could see her skin was torn and bleeding. After the bus passed, she vanished. This scared me so badly I wouldn't go into the woods for over a year. From Kelly. Dude.
From Canoe
she
Jones.
Went into silly canoe stuff to that last fucking hardcore shit.
I saw a woman ripped apart, bleeding.
And then she vanished, dude. And the woman was staring at her. That's creepy,
that's spooky.
Boys.
Canoe news. Woo. We told you there'd be canoes, and boy, were there.
I'm hot and heavy, like I just got some canoe nudes.
Hot and heavy, like my canoe just flipped. Guys, Jersey Devil, what a spooky little boy.
Little boy.
If you know a little boy and he's spooky, he's probably the Jersey Devil. We're glad you guys like cryptids. We think cryptids are dope. Jersey Devil's a dope cryptid. Had a real vibe, a real
it was vibing, dog.
He was vibing. He kept it 100, and for that we thank him. Jersey Devil, if you're out there and if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, stop by the studio someday. We'll have an interview. A hard-hitting interview. Scones, are there any awards from that episode?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
All right. Not yet. All right, gang. Jersey Devil number 4.
Number 4. Quattro.
I don't know why I find it so funny. It's just the number 4 in Spanish. I'm going to be on a bus someday, and there's going to be a Spanish family, and they're going to say Quattro, and I'm going to just start laughing, and they're going to think I'm a maniac? Racist? I don't know. Who knows? But that's number 4. Quattro.
Vote in. Darce, maniac, racist?
Maniac or racist on Canoe News with 2 dudes sending new nudes. Number 3, guys. Let's get to number 3. Number 3 is an episode that I genuinely forgot even existed.
Twah.
I was like, what is this title? What does this mean?
Who am I?
And then I looked back and I was like, yeah, exactly. I was like, what is life? What's the meaning of life? And they said the meaning is to give life meaning. And I said, is that like Twitter?
Is this Reddit?
So number 3 is an episode that I looked at the title. I was like, I don't remember what this is. Then I listened. I was like, oh yeah, this is Bananas in Pajamas, dudes. So number 3.
Number 3.
Trace. Doesn't hit. Quattro. Just keep the Quattros.
Quattro.
Oh man. Number 3 is an episode that was earlier on in the season, one of the earlier episodes, similar to the Jersey Devil. And this was about a woman bursting into flames. And no, I don't mean my ex-wife.
And the concept of spectral evidence, which is nutty buddy.
Yes. Actually an insane concept / like, how? I don't get it. I still think about it. Quattro. Number 3, gang, is, of course, The Good Fire. What a title.
Yes, and what an episode. If you remember, Darce, a lot of sitcom jokes and network television jokes.
A lot of references. We love our references here at Monday Morning Macabre, and this was no different. We
not an exception.
Not an exception to the rule. We continued to make outdated references.
And we will
that
continue.
Many listeners, and we'll never stop. Season 3 is we're going to change the format to just watch old shows. You can be like, this ain't what I signed up for.
This isn't
and we're
spooky.
Gonna go,
and we'll be like, shut up. Okay, episode 38 of Cheers. We're talking
shut
about
up,
it.
Norm's on.
We're talking Mork and Mindy, bro.
Fire.
Get on board or get the fuck out.
Which, speaking of, check out that Robin Williams screen test. Holy moly. I don't know. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you're probably going like, oh man, I got to watch that again because it's insane. But this guy who does an impression of Robin Williams did like a screen test as Robin Williams. It's one of the best impressions I've seen in my entire life. It's insane.
And Darce has seen a lot of impressions.
And all I do all day is Google silly, funny impressions that will make me ha-ha in my pants. And
Darce has a framed photo of Frank Caliendo in his house.
Yeah, the Quattro himself. And, Quattro. I love when he does John Madden, baby. Nothing like a good Mad TV sketch at 4 p.m. on Comedy Central. Yeah,
it's funny.
That's because that's what he did on Mad TV.
Yeah, and
at 4 p.m. on Comedy Central.
Fox Sports brings him on like every year on like an NFL Sunday to come in and just do that.
Yep, he has gotten a paycheck every year for his John Madden impression. If you don't know who we're talking about, it's fine.
Don't worry, you're not missing much.
No. But anyway, episode 3 highlights coming at you.
The Good Fire.
The Good Fire. Here we go.
On ABC.
On the floor, he found a body badly burned.
Body badly burned? Another great band name? This is just filled with them.
Body badly burned from the good fire on 8 p.m. All right, this went
right after Young Sheldon.
On the floor, he found a body badly burned. He suspected he'd found a drunken Indian who had fallen into the fire. What?
What a racist assumption.
And also with no pretext, no context.
He's like, yeah, they just coming through the window and jump into my fire.
Yeah, right? No way is that my mother's burned body. It's probably an Indian guy. Okay.
That's very Puritan. That checks.
But as he rushed close, he declared, "Oh Lord, it's my mother," which is the failed pilot of How I Met Your Mother. They changed it. There were some edits.
keep the network sitcoms coming, baby.
Yeah, more of them. It was originally called "Oh Lord, It's My Mother," which is at the very end he marries his mom. But it's like a blind wedding type deal for like a reality show, and he pulls up the veil and it's his mom. It's a really good show.
It's on at 7:30 right before Badly Burned Bodies.
Yeah, and then the good fire at 8:30. It could be at 8. Badly Burned Bodies could be a 10-minute program. Who knows?
Yeah, shut up, listener. You don't know.
You don't fucking know my goddamn primetime network. And so began the strange case of the murder of Rebecca Cornell. A new version of events began to take shape, and Thomas Cornell was charged with murdering his mother.
Womp, womp, womp. Well, a perfect justice system is one based off visions.
Based off visions, ghosts, apparitions, etc. I mean, what's a better... It's a primary source right there.
It's all they really had back then.
Yeah, they're like, we literally just eat salted mackerel all goddamn day. I saw a ghost, okay?
It's like, yo, should we dust for Prince? No. What did you dream about last night?
No. You see a burnt up sister of mine? Nice. And she complained that Thomas was skimpy in heating the home and would not provide a good fire.
If that fire's not good tonight at 8:30.
8 p.m.
If his fire's so bad, how are they boiling that milk?
Good point. Maybe they're just like they're breathing on it real hot and heavy.
Get me on the defense team.
I want Sconez is going to solve this case.
The
good fire. 8 p.m. I want you to envision the little ticker on the bottom of the screen playing right now, where it's like an animated version.
Yeah, they're all like pushing each other around the ensemble cast. It's all rough houses.
One of them lights on fire. The good fire. Her son declined to hire a maid to look after her, and she and Thomas argued over whether rent should be paid for staying at the house and whether he should pay her or vice versa. Rebecca Cornell, 2 witnesses testified, had contemplated killing herself either by stabbing herself or drowning herself.
What a wild argument. Just like her being like, you should start paying rent, and then the tenant being like, no. You should start paying me rent.
Yo, you want me to pay? The Art of the Deal, 9:30 on TBS, NBC, ABC.
Shark Tank.
That's Shark Tank back in the day. Hey, you need to pay me rent. Nah,
you need to pay me rent.
I'll take that deal. 10% stake. Well, here's the thing, Scones. The Super Bowl.
Wait, hold on. No. We can get sued for saying Super Bowl. It's Mega Bowl.
Oh, it's the Mega... Wait, what? You can get sued for saying Uber Bowl, say?
Yeah, you can.
What?
NFL has a trademark on it.
Dude, why don't they trademark D's?
Hey, but they didn't trademark the Monday Morning Macabre Mega Bowl, so we still got that.
No, they did not.
You might have to go back in this episode. We definitely said Super Bowl, and you're going to... Oh, I just said it again. We're going to have to beep it out.
I'm not beeping shit. Come at me, NFL. Goodell, what are you going to do? Yeah, Goodell, you make 70-some-odd episodes of spooky shit, and then we'll talk.
Do it.
You won't. The jury convicted Thomas Cornell of murdering his mother with virtually no evidence that he had done so. 2 years after he died, his widow Sarah was charged with assisting in the murder along with a local Indian. They cannot get off of the Indian speculation.
Yeah, he's also throwing... it's pretty crazy. Also, for clearance, it's definitely obvious because we're talking about New England in the 1600s, but we're talking about American Indian. Native American.
Not Indians from India.
This is just the,
although
the
that
phrase
would be
that
wild.
guys...
If that was like...
I guess we shouldn't assume.
Indian dude.
I can use all the historical context I want, but there's like nothing stopping a person from India being there.
That's
Well, actually, there's definitely lots of
I was gonna say there's probably a whole heap of racism stopping it. Just a whole heap of racism. And that's the secret ingredient to the cookie that is America. You'd put some sugar, some freedom, and a whole heap of racism. Betty Crocker, get at me. Okay. Oyer and Terminator is a court authorized to hear certain criminal cases, so it's just like a court,
right?
Essentially,
the oily Terminator. I know.
Yeah, the oily Terminator is going to be like, "I'll be back," and you're going to fucking prison. Authorities establish a court of Oyer and Terminator to determine the truth, generally in serious rather than petty crimes. Phipps Lieutenant Governor William Stoughton was the fucking Terminator and took on the task of dealing with the growing scandal in Salem Village. What followed was the most unusual episode of legal history New England ever saw. One of Stoughton's earliest and most significant decisions was to allow the admission of spectral evidence, i.e. acts carried out by demons that only an accuser can see. So this guy's a fucking idiot.
Dude, is this Law and Order Spectral Victims Unit, dude?
That's a 10, dude. That's late night. You gotta have the kids in bed by the time that show airs. Spectral Victims Unit is a 10 out of 10. They're in the red zone. That's Frank Caliendo. I don't really know what his John Madden impression sounds like, and I don't really remember what John Madden sounds like.
Yeah, it's just like an old guy who the kind of old guy like you imagine goes upstairs and is winded and just eats red meat way too much.
Yes, that's very accurate. Do you think John Madden still gets checks from Madden the video game?
Yes.
Even though they changed, because wasn't it originally John Madden football? And then it just became Madden. And I was like, maybe that was their attempt at cutting him out of the royalty?
No, I think he still gets cash.
He probably makes a bajillion dollars.
It's definitely because it's
inarguably.
Yes. Inarguably a reference to him, the word Madden.
That's true. Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah, you can't. I couldn't just make Frank Caliendo.
Caliendo's Pizzeria, baby.
Well, you could probably do that.
So the Good Fire. Crazy part
what about
was just how spectral evidence was just totally legit back then.
That's how you know you're in a wacky. I mean, do you think there is something going on right now that 100 years in the future they're gonna be like, can you believe that they used that as something?
Again, it's tough to measure because we're the best
because we in it.
Been. Instead of one
better.
Dude having
quote me on this in 10 years, nothing will be improved.
But just the fact that one dude had a dream about some lady who's his neighbor and was yeah, she probably's
Yeah, I guess that's her.
She
then
needs to die.
Time to die. Okay. Hey, my name's Brian Russ. And it's time to die.
Darcy's a regular Frank Caliendo over here.
Yeah, look at me. That's a great Brian Russ impression if you've ever heard him. Time to die. Speaking of time to die, guys, let's get to number 2 on our list.
But wait, we got an award.
Oh, shit in my britches. How long will it go for?
Quattro.
Whoa,
so the next award
EDM?
is the best guest of the year.
Best guest of the year.
So we've had a lot of guests this year.
I think I know who it is.
So the guests.
We had a lot of high-profile guests this year.
The nominees are friend of the program, Droopy Dog.
Hey.
Friend of the program, Jenny.
Hey. Wife of the program.
And first-time guest this year, Tara
Reid. Honestly, fire competition this year. I think all 3 could win it. I mean, I don't know about you, Scones, but I think they all bring a different kind of facet and
we
elegance to the show.
Our booking agent really has range.
Oh yeah, he's like, guys, I couldn't get you Frank Caliendo again, but I know you ask every week, and it's still a no. But We got Droopy Dog, Tara Reid, and your wife. And I'm like, man, you are
get that guy a raise.
And we're like, 3-year contract signed, baby.
And the winner is...
Open that envelope, Scones.
I know it's stuck. Hold on. Oh, God, I got a paper cut. Oh, God, it's bleeding everywhere.
Geez. Oh, it's bleeding. Oh,
fuck,
so much
dude.
blood.
Like, dude, it's really coming out.
Caliendo came in and said he smelled red meat.
Jesus Christ. It's Tara Reid.
Tara Reid.
All right, we have Tara. She's coming up to accept it. Tara, you're on the mic now.
Oh. Tara. Oh.
Tara.
Is it red? Is it hot?
Where's the engineer?
The mic hot?
Can we get help over here? The mic?
Could somebody, guys, Tara's okay, well, guys, we'll get Tara Reid in the we'll get a clip of her maybe in the future, but it seems like her mic's not working. But Tara Reid, congratulations.
You look great tonight. Beautiful dress.
Beautiful dress. It's just live bees. Wonderful Tara Reid. A giant crane just came out and hooked her off the stage.
Wow, and she is being dragged on the floor. This is brutal to watch. Also, my fingers still bleeding.
Still bleeding. Guys, if you're not imagining us in full tuxedos on a stage, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, mine's mostly red now, though, from all the blood, but...
Yeah, but that looks cool, and that's on brand.
Thanks, dude.
So, hey, no problem. Guys, number 2 on our list.
Number 2.
Quattro. Is one that is horrific. Just the entire... everything about this was not great. But you sickos seem to like it a lot. And it's a Canadian story, which we don't get much of. I'm pretty sure it's Canadian, right?
Yes. Vancouver. Canadian. No.
Yes.
I remember it blowing my mind that someone in Canada could do this.
Yeah. So number 2, if you guys have taken the clues, taken a hint, get out of the prom. What? We're talking, of course, about Vince Lee, who was the maniac on the bus.
Old Vinny Lee.
Old VL. Not a cool dude.
Not the coolest dude I've ever met.
Not the coolest guy. Not the chillest dude.
Not the chillest guy.
Not the chillest guy. Did he keep it 100? I don't think he did.
Definitely not keeping it 100.
Honest. So, I don't know why you guys like this maniac so much, but you seem to like him because he came in number 2 on our list.
Number 2, Quattro.
Without further ado, here's Vince Lee. I've been getting flooded with emails saying, stay safe out there on the high seas. And then I have to message them back and say, it's all a charade.
Please.
Please. Do not worry for me. Take your concerns and donate money to Dana-Farber.
Yeah,
baby.
That's a good plug.
It's a way to, hey, good plug. Let's plug charities. Hey, Shriners. Why not?
Wounded Warrior Program. World Wildlife
Tough
Foundation.
Mutters.
Remember when it was the World Wrestling Federation, but then they got sued by the World Wildlife Foundation, so they had to change the WWE?
World Wildlife Foundation hit it. Yeah, they took him with a steel chair.
Yeah.
In a fucking Hell in a Cell under a panda versus like...
Hulk Hogan had to fight a panda. And he lost.
Hey, brother bear.
And he lost.
And then he fucking lost. And now look where we are now. Look how far we've come as a society. Guys, it's May 17th, 2021. The spookiest day of the year.
You know what that means.
Sconey, will you be my Corona and Lime?
Ooh.
My main squeeze?
You're finding your beach?
We need more platitudes on this podcast.
We need real sponsors, not just random plugs.
Wait. You said we were going to be making a bunch off Dana-Farber later. Or was that after we rob a Dana-Farber?
It's the perfect crime.
No one would suspect it.
The most horrible thing possible.
Yeah. Got my degree from Dana-Farber Institute of Technology. I think it's going to get me a lot of jobs. But guys, today I'm going to be bringing you some spooky stuff. That's enough fun, silliness It's almost 5 minutes in. So
you know what that means.
I know you guys are about to crack the whip.
It's like a cowbell going, you know what that means? 5 minutes in.
Okay, Scones. Today, we're going to be talking about Vince Lee. Now, you're probably like, I know Vince Lee.
Oh, Vinny Lee?
We go way back.
Me and Vinny Lee used to shoot craps.
All right, write that down, everybody. We got him. You're under arrest, sir.
Hey, this is how I wanted to go down.
So Vince Lee beheaded and ate his victim on a bus, and let's get to it.
I think I went with a different Vinny Lee.
No, you just said that you're really good friends.
Listen, we used to hang out at the pool hall, and he'd say, "Hey, I ate this person last night," and I was like, "Haha, that's a weird euphemism."
Oh God, Vincent is straightforward. Well, you're gonna love where this story goes. The standoff finally ended when Lee tried to escape by breaking a window, and police caught him, shot him twice with a taser, and handcuffed him.
What?
Now, this goes to show the difference between Canadian police and American police. This man has decapitated somebody, eaten parts of their body, and he was still not, killed. He was still arrested.
I like that he was able to, he's like, I'm going to sneak out of this bus window as it's surrounded by cops. It's not sneaky at all. Just like, we're going to go out this window.
Yeah, he tried to parkour it out.
It's kind of near the back. Maybe they're not looking.
He definitely ducked down and tried to shuffle over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the trial took place 1 year later, during which Lee pleaded not criminally responsible.
Just a prank, dude.
What a wild. Yeah. It was for his YouTube channel. His plea meant that he accepted the charges, but was unable to form the necessary mental element. A psychiatrist on Lee's defense team argued that Lee attacked McLean because because God's voice told him that McLean was a force of evil and to execute him. The judge accepted the psychiatrist's diagnosis and remanded Lee to a mental institution.
So he got exactly the verdict he wanted.
Essentially. And we'll get a little deeper into his...
I like God in this scenario was like, hey, that guy's evil. Kill him. And then it's like, he killed him. It's like, God's like, okay, now you got to eat his heart.
Yeah, or God was like, hey, you got to go up to that guy and let him know that he needs to repent or something. And then he kills him. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then he's like, I'm going to eat his limbs. He's like, no, not.
Wait, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, wait, whoa, hold on. So, little comedic thing here. The trial forced Greyhound to redo their marketing techniques, as they had just released a campaign based on the friendliness of their bus system.
Yikes.
There is a giant ad that says, there's a reason you've never heard of bus rage.
Oh, gosh.
And that's right after they release this ad campaign.
Not to mention, even before this, I feel like that's not true. Other than planes, I think, of any form of transportation, people in buses are usually not happy.
Yeah. I just love the thought of the marketing team being like, all right, guys, we need to come up with a... They're like, no one knows a bus rage. What are they going to do? Cut a dude's head off? That never happens. And then...
Not here in Manitoba.
There we are. And I find this article, Vince Lee, man who beheaded passenger on Greyhound bus, given absolute discharge.
I don't know what that means.
It means he is free.
Wait, he's out? He could be listening to this?
Sure. Yeah, he's listening intently. Man now known as Will Lee Baker does not pose significant threat to public, review board says.
Okay, I know America has an insane prison industrial complex and some messed up shit.
But this seems a little too
Canada,
lenient.
I think you went the other way. Too far the other way.
I'll give you the deets here. Vince Lee, the man who was found not criminally responsible for beheading a man on a Greyhound bus in 2008, has been granted an absolute discharge. The Manitoba Criminal Code Review Board ordered the discharge on Friday, saying Lee, now known as Will Lee Baker, does not pose a significant safety threat. Which is crazy to me.
Unless you're a human head, or if you're one of the people on this planet with a heart.
Unless you're attached to a head. Baker was found to have been suffering from untreated schizophrenia when he stabbed, beheaded, and partially cannibalized Tim McLean, 22. McLean's mother, Carol DeDaly, a vocal critic of Canada's not criminally responsible laws and who believed Baker should remain in custody for life, posted a Facebook on Friday saying that she has nothing to say about his discharge. There's a quote saying, "I have no comment today. I have no words." I agree with you. I can't imagine.
Some kind of corruption. Is his uncle like some Canadian,
right?
Like politician or something? I don't.
Seems crazy to me. Wow. What a story, Mark.
Real scary guy. And he's out walking around right now.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's listening to this podcast, looking at me from behind the booth, saying, "I heard what you said. I'm just going to hang out right here."
We should have invited him.
Me,
we should have just had him here when he could be sitting next to Tara Reid right now.
Yeah. More like Scara Reid. Am I right, Monday Morning Macabre listeners? High five.
Tara, you're welcome.
All around.
You can use that.
Canoe News. Guys, Vince Lee, Maniac, Psychopath, out of prison because why not?
Because
apparently.
Canada's reform system is apparently just the best.
Canada, reform system. So shout out to you, Canada. You're doing the Lord's work out there. Sconez, do we have any awards for number 2, or we have awards for number 1?
Ooh.
Or no more awards?
No, we got one more award. We'll do it. We'll do it after number 1. We'll do it after number 1.
Yeah. So I know you guys want to hear this award.
Quattro.
So why don't we just move on down
to the railway station?
To the finale, to the number 1 episode of season 2.
Number 1.
This episode was bananas. It is a bad Batman villain.
It baffles the mind and stuns the senses.
And kisses your wrinkles. It's also it does it all.
What more do you want?
Guys, what more do you want? It's like we're living in a video game. When I think we're in a simulation, I'm like, yeah, there's no way this happens unless there's a 13-year-old behind a computer screen.
A 13-year-old alien just running. He's like, yeah, let's do the
probably
craziest
like,
shit I can think of in a small town.
He's like, first of all, let me get some Reese's Pieces.
Gotta get the Reese's Pieces.
Reese's
Pieces.
Guys, Mars has forced us to plug Reese's Pieces, so we're sorry.
They are down our throats right now with promotions.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces down my throat. So if you guys haven't figured it out by now, number 1 episode of season 2 is, of course,
it's gotta be
Killdozer. Quattro. So Quattro. So Killdozer. A guy gets mad.
He does
because he can't build a because a road can't go by his shop.
Yeah, he gets F'd in the A by some developments that can't get to his business now. So he goes out of business and he's like,
so he decides to build a fucking tank.
I'm going to fucking bulldoze the library in my super tank.
Which is just, it's so insane. Such an insane story. I mean, how do you not love the Killdozer? How do you not love him?
Just pinch his cheeks.
How do you, Frank Caliendo in a Killdozer with a canoe yelling Quattro as he drives straight through Tara Reid's house. That's basically
Monday Morning Macabre season 2, baby.
So without further ado, let's play the highlights of season 2, episode number. I did it again.
Your number 1.
25.
Quattro.
Number 1, Quattro Killdozer. It's pretty litty, as the kids say.
Pretty litty.
We're really trying to get that demo, the 18 to 24 demographic, so we're going to start saying words like litty and bussin'.
Yeah, no cap.
No cap, this podcast about to be bussin'.
Do you think other people think like their phone turned off or something, or they're buffering there?
Yeah, they checked. They stopped.
Someone,
hello?
At least one person checked their phone there.
Is my mobile data working? Nope. We just paused for an extended beat to gauge youth interest.
I think it's gauged.
I think it's gauged. I think people were standing up and cheering all the youth of America.
Yeah,
today.
I think they're
no cap.
I think they're all I don't know. Playing hacky sack? I don't know.
Eating Captain Crunch. I don't know. Tech Deck dudes, are those still
Hell
things?
yes, they are. Tech Deck dudes are
Dude,
forever.
Tech Deck dudes. We should new podcast. Tech Deck dude Tuesdays.
Friendships come and go, but Tech Decks are forever.
Preach, bro. You know, it's like I was always so impressed by the people who could actually do what are they? Because the Tech Deck dudes are the actual characters on the skateboards,
yeah,
right?
And they're all thumbs, but dressed up like different themes.
Yeah, right. yeah, exactly. And you can get them for like a quarter at any like Shaw's in the outside of the store, but in the exit door area. You know what I'm talking about? The little hallway as you leave. What was the name of? Is it just Tech Decks or just the skateboards? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how like you've seen videos of people who like can like shred a tech deck?
Hell yeah, that's a YouTube rabbit hole. I am all over.
That shit always impresses the hell out of me because I have no idea how they do it.
Just like, raw talent and time.
It's literally like the amount of time you have to spend just getting a tech. Anyway, guys, this is what you came to hear about, right? You're like, I can't wait for my two favorite people to talk about tech decks.
Yeah, I came here to feel guilty because I binged the whole Netflix show when I could have been getting better at tech decks.
Unless you're watching a documentary on like the great tech deck wars of the 2000s.
If there's a tech
2000s?
deck documentary, I need to look it up now because I need something to look forward to.
What would you name the tech deck documentary, Sconez? What would you give it a title?
Ooh. I found one, and I can't come up with a better one now.
Shut the fuck up.
Tech Deck, Fingers of Fury, a 1999 documentary.
That's amazing. I am, honestly, if you're here and you're like, hey, just get to the spooky stuff already.
Shut up and sit down.
Sit the fuck down because we just found out there's a tech deck documentary, which we're going to report on next episode. So be sure to tune in.
Tech decks are sick, and I challenge anyone to come at us for not being stoked about hearing about them. Holy hell yes. That's the most. That sounds like a tech deck documentary right there.
Killdozer. That's like the name of the team that's bought by the big corporation to win the tech deck tournament.
They're going to demolish the old tech deck dude rec center unless they beat him in a half pipe.
Yep, that's way too accurate. I hate it. Band, play that music so we can get to talking about the Killdozer.
Band, play us a ska song so I feel like I'm skateboarding in someone's backyard.
These fines were levied for violations that included junk cars on the property and not being hooked up to the sewer line. Hey, if those are crimes, lock me up, brother. All right.
Ayo.
My house is covered in old cars and poop.
And my government will not stop me.
And the town I live in will not best me.
Do not tread on Darce.
Whether you think He-Mayor was screwed over by the government or not, there's no debating that he was convinced that he was. He first leased his business to a different company before selling the property outright to a third party, using the proceeds to begin custom modifications to his Komatsu D355A bulldozer.
Hell yes.
Over the next 18 months, He-Mayor would build makeshift armor plating that housed the bulldozer's cabin, engine, and even parts of its tracks. Using a combination of sheets of tool steel and 5,000 psi quickcrete, which is concrete, to create the armor, some portions of the bulldozer sat behind more than a foot of protection, rendering the vehicle all but impervious to small arms fire. He built himself a tank out of a bulldozer.
He built himself a killdozer.
He built himself a fucking killdozer.
Everyone on Wall Street bets is going to get their own bulldozer and head on over.
So the vehicle's impervious to small arms fire, and the police would find even He-Mayor installed monitors inside the protected cabin that were wired to cameras he placed around the exterior of the armored bulldozer. He then enclosed those cameras inside 3 inches of bullet-resistant plastic to ensure law enforcement couldn't shoot them out.
It's funny because this dude would have succeeded at anything he did after this.
Right? This dude is such a go-getter. He could have done anything, but he built a fucking killdozer instead. It's like so insane. He literally could have been
He's a go-getter, dude. He's going to go get them.
he could have invented like a new way to solve like hunger somewhere, but he's like, fuck that. I'm making a killdozer and nobody can stop me.
Injustice ends today.
Yeah, it's literally, imagine being wronged and then being like, I see only one solution here.
Imagine being a cop in that town.
Yeah, right.
Doing a beat and all of a sudden get called to the killdozer attack.
So, yeah, do you think they have a code for that? Like, if you're a small town cop and you're like, what the fuck do you even do?
I think call them the National Guard. I don't know.
God has asked me to do this. It is a cross that I'm going to carry, and I'm carrying it in God's name.
Dude, I would have paid so much more attention in like Sunday school if there were more killdozers.
Yeah. If 3 days Jesus came back and a killdozer. He's like, where is that punk?
Those dang Romans zoning commissions.
He-Mayor went on to destroy the library, which had been occupied by a children's group until it was evacuated by police minutes before
what did the
He-Mayor's
library
arrival.
do to him?
I don't know.
He never knew how to read.
Like books. Yeah, right. His rampage claimed 13 buildings before a puncture in the killdozer's radiator, combined with a track that stuck while he was in the basement of the Gamble's hardware store destroying it, rendered the vehicle immobile. So he drove into like this store and one of the tracks blew and he couldn't move.
If you're at the end of this, you're like, he's actually really wealthy now for a lot of patents from like military contracts. I'd be like, yeah. He went through 13 buildings and it finally broke.
Different ending incoming. As the surrounding police descended on the vehicle, they heard a pop of a single gunshot inside the cabin of the vehicle. He-Mayor had killed himself.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured when he said he sealed himself in. There was no getting out.
Yeah. He kind of knew it was his last hurrah. After explosives proved unable to penetrate the vehicle's armor, law enforcement had to employ an acetylene cutting torch to get through the armor and retrieve He-Mayor's body. No one aside from He-Mayor was killed that day.
That's
the
incredible.
Police say they had. I know, right? This dude had like rifles and a killdozer, and he knocked over 13 buildings.
Yeah, it makes me wonder why he even put in the guns. And then also, like, his driving skills from place to place are amazing.
Yeah,
no one got hurt.
Should have been a driving instructor instead of a fucking killdozer maker. So, no one aside from He-Mayor was killed that day, though police say they had nothing but luck to thank for that. He-Mayor reportedly took shots at police vehicles and even at propane tanks using the weapons on board. Had a tank been ruptured, the threat posed to nearby civilians would have been serious. The same would be true if police hadn't used the community's 911 system to reverse call residents and warn them of impending danger. So they had a system where they called all the residents and like who were in the vicinity of the killdozer and was like, "Yo,
imagine that notification on your phone."
Yeah, imagine getting that call like, "Hey, I don't know how to explain this, but there's a killdozer coming and you need to leave right now." So, according to reports, journalists in the newspaper office, He-Mayor that destroyed were still fleeing the building out the back door as he came through the front wall. So, like, there was a lot of close calls, but nobody was injured.
That's insane.
Which is genuinely nuts.
Bananas, Scones.
Absolutely. It almost as bananas that no one got hurt.
It's crazy. It's crazy no one got hurt. It's crazy that, like, he managed to build this thing. Like, that's just something people can do.
I mean, with enough will and hatred in your heart.
True. I guess you're right. Yeah. Revenge is a hell of a motivator.
Sure is.
Sure
but
is.
That's why he is literally a cartoonish villain.
Yeah, he is literally like Penguin of the real
life.
Yeah,
and like it just like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He doesn't hurt anybody, but he does bad stuff.
Yeah, he does.
It never gets graphic. Well, until the end when he shoots himself in the head. But other than that.
No, I remember like Mojo Jojo blew his brains out.
It was easy. They were pretty much exposed.
Yeah, there was. I mean, yeah, I don't even know if he was aiming for that, but did not aim high enough. So Killdozer's number one. Scones, I know you had an award to give out.
We do. We have the best podcast listener fan base award.
Wow. Wait, is there choices?
And the nominees are
Oh, shit.
Last Podcast on the Left.
Mm-hmm.
Serial.
Mm-hmm.
And Monday Morning Macabre.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, let me check here.
All right, so the 3 most popular podcasts of all time.
Yes, let me try and get this open. It's hard when one of my fingers is basically hanging off the bone.
Yep,
blood
it is
everywhere.
gruesome.
It's really hard to read with all the blood all over this.
Yep.
Darcy.
Oh my God.
If I'm reading this correctly.
I'm gonna puke.
Quattro. It's Monday Morning Macabre.
Last podcast. Guys, what a shoehorned in beautiful award.
It's amazing. And
we
last
love...
podcast on the list. Start that beef right now.
Ooh. Any publicity is good.
I was going to say, it would help us so much if we had beef with that.
Yeah, we would get way more listeners. Maybe Bombas would reach out. Guys, thank you so much for being listeners of Monday Morning Macabre. It's without you guys, we would just be two guys talking
about new canoes or something.
With no one to email us and go, hey, I don't, what? So... Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for sending in listener suggestions. We appreciate those. Shout out to our patrons on Patreon.
Hell yeah.
You guys, we appreciate the support, the monetary support. It helps out the podcast, keeps everything running. You'll be getting all of your cool new Patreon shirt designs in the mail soon. Nothing scarier, by the way, than sending merch to a European address. I was like, I hope I did this right.
Yeah, the P.O. boxes and stuff are weird or whatever they use.
It's like, I live at 11 scantily clad lane and 14 cottage roof. And I'm like, that's like 2 addresses in one. I don't even know which one's the primary.
You're just going to give it to a chimney sweep who's going to be over there dancing on the roof and he's going to put it down the chimney.
Yeah, so I couldn't find UK, so I just sent them all to Kentucky. I hope that worked.
I just put it in a cup of tea and mailed it east. All I wrote
People in the
east.
UK are like, fuck you, buddy.
Wow, I was a fan. I paid for this.
Why are you hurting my feelings? Thank you guys, though, for continuing to listen. 2 years into the podcast, we've got 10 listeners. That's fantastic.
Wow. Maybe next year, 11.
No. 11 maybe. No.
Let's get it down, actually. Let's get it to 4 so we can just yell Quattro and they'll all know who they are.
Ooh, I like that. Do you think by the end of season 3 we'll have over 40 million listeners?
Ooh. Well, I mean, we're only making like $100,000 an episode right now, so.
Well, yeah, but so I figured by, I don't know, next month we'll probably hit 40 million, and then after that it's like, I don't know, 80 million?
I think that's the,
we make like,
I think once you're at 40, the only logical thing is 80.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's math. I did up the Patreon subscription price to $400,000 this month, so thank you guys so much for your patronage.
You will be mailed by your bank.
Do you think any of people listening are like, I should probably go check and make sure that's not true?
I mean, that's pretty high price. They might do it just in case. They're like, I know they're kidding.
Just to go to sleep.
You might just check.
But thank you guys for continuing to listen. Thank you for telling people about the podcast. We like talking about old references that have nothing to do with true crime. And then kind of packaging it in a vaguely true crime way. So thank you for that. Shout out to All That's Interesting, our number one supporter. Great sponsorship we have with them.
They don't know about it, but
they don't know about it.
Their research is amazing.
But they're doing the Lord's work out there. And guys, we'll see. I mean, we'll see you in season 3.
Season 3? I might adopt a whole new persona for season 3.
Yeah, Scones might become something. We could do whatever. Season 3 could be a whole new change to everything. We'll let you know if it is.
A fresh start.
A fresh start. A new look to the pod. Maybe some content. I don't know. We'll find out. But we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you in season 3, gang. So until then, have a good Monday.
Have a good Monday. Quattro.
Quattro. Bye.